So we're back. Prediction video. People get mad on prediction videos, man, because like the whole when we did a 14-2 Vikings prediction video, people got angry as well as 16-0. Just can't make everyone happy all the time. You learn that in life. So we're back. Vikings are 0-3 after dropping some turds against the Packers, Colts, and of course the Tennessee Titans, but just snatching victory from the jaws. Defeat from the jaws of victory. Nailed it against the Titans. This would have been a lot more fun at 1-2. But what can you do? And frankly, the Vikings, I know right now everyone's sort of crying in the breast milk and also all the crazy COVID stuff. And then also blah, 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 tank for Trevor, yada, 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 because the Jets and the Lions and the Bengals, all the acclamation and accumulation of all of their high draft picks that mean just they're in the Super Bowl, right? And then you look at loser teams like the Patriots and the Seahawks and the Ravens, like they're because they're always drafting at the back end of the first round. Actually, often they're trading out of the back end of the first round. It's like they're always so terrible every year because they don't have that high draft pick. So why would the Vikings want to make the playoffs? So they should just lose all the games. It's a dangerous cycle, man. Dangerous cycle. Just ask a Browns fan if you'd rather get your face pummeled in, go 3-13, or make the playoffs. Just have a shot, right? Don't get me at the the Vikings they'll make the playoffs and they'll have zero chance to win, just like they did in New Orleans last year. How about that, man? Yeah. There you go. All right, so Vikings 0-3. The remaining strength of schedule is 5-13. It is in the bottom third of the league, but also, is what it is. But also opening lines, they are favored on 6 of their 11 final games, which is kind of amazing to me. Final 7 games are also either indoors or in Tampa. And even though Zimmer wants to say that this team is so rough and tumble, that's actually important. Very important for the offense, very important for Kirk Cousins. And if they can just get to the bye at 2-4, I think anything is possible. It just really is. So let's dive on in here. Let's see here. All right. So, and also this year, 7 teams in the playoffs. NFC West, depending on how things shake out, might get 2 of the wild cards because Niners are playing good. Well, the Niners got to play the Jets and the Giants back to back, so don't tell me that the Niners are back. Seahawks are decent. The Rams look to be good again, as well as the Cardinals. I mean, bro, you lost at home to the Lions, but we'll see. But say the NFC West gets 2 of those playoff spots. One could be up for grabs. Is 9-7 going to be good enough to get it done? It will be close. It will be close. But let's see if we can actually realistically get the Vikings to 9-7. Now, I could just go 13-3 and just have some rationale behind it, but all right. So Vikings 0-3 right now, going down to Houston. Texans are 4-point favorites. Blah, 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 blah. 2 days of practice and travel. Absolutely do not care. All right. So the Vikings do get it done. They get a win. 1-3. Oh, get to change the record. Oh. All right, firm. All right, Seahawks, Sunday Night Football. Now, Seattle ain't going to have fans in there. Also, you think of like, well, it's the big bad Seattle Seahawks, and how is Kirk Cousins going to beat Russell Wilson? Yeah, Russell Wilson played at MVP level. Respect. The former NC State Wolfpack quarterback is doing the damn thing. But also, it's not like Kirk is on the field at the same time as Russell. And also, Seattle is 32nd in the league against the pass. You may not know that. Vikings are 30th. Yeah. So it's going to be tough to get a win. I feel like a hater whenever I pick the Vikings to lose, but it is what it is. All right. So they don't get that done. A 1-4. Wanting some more, but you got the Falcons. Falcons are 0-3. Also, they're 31st in the league against the pass. So the Vikings 30, Falcons 31, Seahawks 32. Let's get it on. And also, if the Falcons have the lead at any point during the game, I ain't scared. I'm not scared at all. So I think the Vikings just go and get it done. Potentially could have fans at US Bank Stadium week 6. So 2-4, wanting some more, heading into the bye, and you feel okay. Especially the way that they played the first 2 weeks. If you told us that the Vikings would get to the bye at 2-4, you're feeling aight. You're feeling okay. And then you have a full extra week to prepare for the Packers. Now, Devontae Adams has been slowed by a hamstring issue, as well as Alan Lazard had a core muscle injury surgery. So he could be up on blocks for a while. So the Vikings now taking on the Packers without the two weapons that devastated the Vikings so horribly in that first matchup. Oh, all of a sudden looking pretty damn good. Oh, all of a sudden that offense is looking pretty svelte and robusto. Then get after things. So shock in the world. Vikings go up to Lambeau, get it done. So it makes them 3-4 on the season. And if that happens, all of a sudden, all the fans are like, tank for Trevor. Oh, they're like, oh, they're back in. I always believed in the Vikings. I always believed in you, Kirk. Kirktober's in full effect. I never left. Baloney. Week 9, you got the Lions coming into US Bank Stadium. You got the Adrian Peterson Bowl. I still don't believe in the Lions. I don't. And I know that Babytron will be back at some point, but they're just an incomplete team. I do not trust Matt Patricia at all. Matthew Stafford, I feel like to a degree, the Lions wasted Stafford and Stafford wasted Megatron. It's one of those spots. But the Vikings win. They get it done. All of a sudden, Vikings are 4-4 off the floor after an 0-3 start. And you're like, oh, this team is pretty interesting. Oh, Cameron Dantzler is fully healed from that rib, and he's him and Jeff Gladney making that cornerback room look good. Oh, Danielle Hunter could be back during one of these weeks from the herniated disc. All of a sudden, they can rush the passer. All of a sudden, they can cover. All of a sudden, that defense isn't god-awful atrocious. Now, I'm under no illusion that they'll climb back to being a top 5 unit in this league, but if they're just middle of the pack, like 15th, 16th best defense in this league, as well as that offense is still clicking, Gary Kubiak shaking off that rust from the play calling, you're actually using Dalvin, actually using Justin Jefferson. Oh, all of a sudden it gets very interesting. Then, of course, the Vikings kryptonite. So at Chicago, Monday Night Football. Oh, the Vikings never win on Monday Night Football, never win in Chicago. All of those things coming together. The Bears are the worst 3-0 team in NFL history. They are frauds. They would have lost week 1 if DeAndre Swift didn't drop that ball. They would have lost week 2 if they didn't intentionally injure Saquon Barkley. They would have lost week 3 against the Falcons if they didn't Falcon, as well as if Julio Jones actually played. So, yeah, enough with it. Also, yeah, BDN. BD Nick, cool, good to see you. But I think Kirk Cousins gets his first Monday night win ever, getting done at Chicago. Now, again, the road division game, especially since you dug yourself a hole by losing to the Packers right away, those are going to be the most important ones. So the Vikings can snag 2 of those right away. Baby, you do have a stew going at 5-4. Then you got the Cowboys coming into US Bank Stadium. Again, I do not believe in the Cowboys at all. I think Dak is perfectly fine. I like Amari. I like CD Lamb. I like Michael Gallup. I like Zeke. But the Everson Griffin revenge game, just don't see it happening. DeMarcus Lawrence, respect. But that secondary for the Cowboys is porous. I think Kirk and company can get after it. I think the Vikings do get it done at home against the Cowboys. And all of a sudden, they got some uncle momentum going. They're 6-4, just won 5 games in a row. All of a sudden, you're looking super dangerous. And then look at the rest of the schedule. Again, the Vikings' final 7 games, they're either indoors or in Tampa. And that does matter for the way that this team is operating right now. So you got the Panthers coming in. I feel bad for Teddy because the Panthers spend 0 draft picks on offense, and then McCaffrey gets hurt. The $16 million golden goose. But, yeah, everyone's looking around, oh, what's wrong with Teddy? Teddy is not given a fair shot here. But Vikings get it done at home against the Panthers. So all of a sudden, 7-4, want some more. Jaguars at home. I mean, they're an interesting story. I do like Minshew. You do like James Robinson, teammate of new Vikings practice squad safety Luther Kirk, the pride of Illinois State. Nailed it. Zimmer's alma mater as well. But they ain't ready. They ain't ready for it. So all of a sudden, 8-4. And now you could say this is just overly homer. Purple rose-colored glasses, don't care at all. But hey, even if they dropped one to the Packers, come out of the bye, lose at Lambeau, 7-5. You will certainly take 7-5 at this point. 7-5 is certainly realistic because other than that, point to me a game that they're for sure going to lose. Like you could be like, well, they never win at Chicago. Okay. Everything's impossible until it happens, right? And then, yeah, you're really scared of the Cowboys. Are you doing that? We already have a loss penciled in for the Seahawks. It hurts my bones. It does. So the Vikings go down to Tampa. Maybe the Bucs are starting to really turn around, get it together. Maybe they actually use Gronk. Not that my fantasy team is pissed off or anything, but we'll chalk that up as a loss. That's a loss, dog. So 8-5, staying alive. Final 3 games of the season. You got the Bears at home. Bears may be in full tank mode at this point. I'm just kidding. But yeah, they're not making the playoffs. if you could find a spot where you could bet on the 3-0 Bears not making the playoffs, you probably get decent odds. Actually, probably not because Vegas knows. But a win there. So you get to 9-5. You got Christmas Day, Friday, short week at the Saints. And then, yeah, Drew Brees is dead. He has ceased to be. He honestly cannot throw the ball farther than 5 yards down the field, which is fine for Michael Thomas because all he does is run is 5-yard slants. But, I mean, that Saints defense, you can certainly get after it. I think the Vikings, with a lot of momentum right now, could go down in New Orleans and get it done. But, again, are we trying to make this as realistic as possible? Again, I think it is realistic that the Vikings can win. But we'll say, since they're the Vikings, of course, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, go crap yourself. All right, so the Vikings 9-6, and then you travel to Detroit. Detroit at this point, Patricia's probably fired, and then also they're just adjusting for their top 5 pick. Are you going to draft Trevor Lawrence? You probably should. So the Vikings at 10-6, and again, this is relatively realistic. I mean, you could say you could flip the Packers win to a loss, and then all of a sudden you're at 9-7. 9-7 still potentially gets you in the dance, and also all these other games. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility because we chalked up a loss Seattle, a loss at Tampa Bay, a loss at New Orleans. They will be heavy dogs on the road, but I mean, don't give up yet, man. The Titans game really pisses me off, especially when the Titans were so flippant with COVID, and now the NFL is having a big issue. But also, the Vikings gave it away. Zimmer gave it away. It would be, but they did show life on both sides of the ball, especially on offense. But man, if they just got out of there at 1-2, man. But that's it. That's us predicting the rest of the way. 10-6. I think it gets you in the dance as a 6 or 7 seed, and then who knows? Again, just get in the tournament. They're not going to pull the Twins. They're not going to lose 18 straight playoff games in a row. Impossible. They're going to get it done. All right, but your thoughts predicting the Vikings' remaining schedule? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull something to Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.